Angular app. We're making a shared calendar. We've made a lot of progress so far. The last thing we did is we added the ability to delete events. Now what we're working on is we're going to take this time selector here, which is basically just a bunch of drop downs, and we're going to use swiper.js to make it a little cooler. And then after that, we're going to refactor this to allow you to set the date for the start time and end time as well. So you can have multi-day events.
Yep.
All right.
Cool.
So we've already got Swiper installed. So if we look at our package JSON, there it is, ngx swiper wrapper. Swiper.js is actually just a JS library, so we need an Angular wrapper around it.
Yep.
Now,
have you used Swiper yet at work?
I have.
Okay.
But I don't remember. I'll probably have to bring up the documentation right now, actually.
Yeah.
All right, so it's installed. Okay.
So I know it's pretty easy. Like I think we just need to import the Swiper module,
okay.
And I don't think we need those
config.
Providers.
Okay.
Right.
All right, so we have the module imported.
Okay.
So now we just need a swiper component.
Yep.
All right.
And we will need to specify the config in the component, if I remember.
Okay. All right, so here's our time container. This is the 3 drop downs here.
Yep.
So inside of add event dialog, there's 2. Where are they? Here. There's 2 time selector components. So for each one of these, let's see, instead of having a mat select, we're going to now have our swipers.
Should we just do one swiper to start with?
Sure.
Just to make sure we work out all the kinks.
Right. So let's just do the hours, I guess.
Sure.
Okay. So what is this config supposed to look like?
So I think we can make it pretty simple. The key one that we need is the orientation.
Okay.
And then after that, I don't know that we need anything else.
Okay. Is there no documentation on the config?
There should be.
It says it's a custom config.
But there's a type on it, which I think it might be the swiper config interface, actually. So you make that like a public property.
Okay.
That you reference inside of your template.
Okay. I see. Oh, yeah. Really? So you don't want to have a config object in the component here? No, not there.
I mean, I guess we could, because we're going to have it vertical. Like all the components will be vertical, right?
Okay. Let's see what this gives us. Is that what this is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is what I was meaning before. Is that we create the config in this component.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay.
And then we reference it in the template. Okay.
So all right.
You want to put that below the line 21?
Yes, sure.
That function.
Does this have a oopsies? It doesn't have a constructor.
No, it's an interface.
Oh, right. Okay. So, how do I know what goes in it?
It'll type.
Oh my gosh, that's what goes in it.
That's stuff.
Okay.
Wow. Well, it's very configurable.
Is there better documentation? Oh, do I just go to Swiper? Oh, here's the link to the Swiper documentation. I assume it's from this. Configuration. Huh. Oh, is this all the parameters? Probably?
I think so, yes. Yeah, that looks correct. So I really think that we just need the orientation. So there should be like an example where it shows like a vertical orientation.
Okay.
Oops. My screen went dark.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I see everything still.
Okay. All right. That's fixed.
Okay, so here's the example. So if I inspect
Okay.
this, will it show me what I want?
Maybe.
Swiper, not really.
See, I don't remember seeing this this example.
Okay.
So I think it was on swiper.js.com. Is where, yeah, this
Okay.
is where I saw it. And then, where the heck was it? Should be like a vertical. Yep, vertical slider. Then there should be like a view source code.
Direction is what they call it here. But in here,
Okay.
there is a direction. Okay.
Okay. So
So
yeah, I don't
we
know
init.
where I got the
What was that
orientation.
Windows says direction? It'd be nice if they like alphabetize these or.
Yeah, it would be, but that's what we got.
Okay. All right. So you're saying we just make whatever object here, just say direction
Yep,
equals colon what vertical?
vertical.
Okay. And then inside of here, config is config. Index is
Yep,
index. So this is
that
so
is
now
going
the
to
way
be. Oh shoot. So we need to figure out, is there like an on change event that we can tie into?
do we is there a way to like pass it a collection to go through?
Uh, yeah, well, that's like the data inside, right?
Yeah, but they don't their sweet example doesn't have data, it just has swiper slide content. Oh, do we just like do like an ng4 basically here?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay. So basically, where's my ng4? There it is. Basically that, right?
Yeah. So then we'll have to figure out. Um,
Or actually, it's this.
oh, yes, you're right. So then we just have to figure out how do we update it on the fly,
Okay.
like on the model change. Which I wonder if. Okay, so yeah, if you look at the NGX swiper wrapper
hmm
documentation on npm.js, it's right. Where is it? Somewhere there. Keep going. It's actually, yeah,
Swiper
right there.
event?
Index. No, index change is what I was thinking of.
Okay. Okay. So index, we don't really have an index. Do we need one?
Uh, I
Do we need
don't
like
think
an our
so.
index?
I think we just need to tie into index change event,
Okay.
and that's like the model
Well,
change.
that'll still work if we don't have an index.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
Or change time is what we did, I suppose.
hmm
How do we know which
So I
hour is
think,
selected?
yeah, so this is going to be different. So I think what we're going to have to do, actually, I wonder if it passes in the index for us.
Okay. Let me see if I
So
can
we'll have to look.
find. It'd be nice if there was an example of
There's a
that.
link for examples at the top. Although I'd rather see the GitHub, like the source.
Right. So where?
There is a stack blitz. Oh, you're there. Okay, never mind.
So
Yeah, so they do have an index change. So on index change, then it passes in the dollar event,
Okay.
and then
On index
I'm
change.
guessing that's going to be the index. Yeah, it is.
Oopsies. What did they call on index change? I thought I copied that. There it is.
Yeah.
Index. Okay, so there's the number. So the dollar event is the index number.
Yep.
Okay. So then inside of change time, instead of a value, it's actually just an index.
Yep.
And so
Which really, I think it's going to correspond to the hour that we want anyway, right?
no, it'll
Oh,
be the
except
hour
for
plus
hours.
one.
Yeah. I'd rather just look it up in the array
Right. Um,
because I mean we're going to have to do that with minutes. Yep.
I'm gonna comment this out because
Sure.
we're
Don't
not.
forget to break.
Oh, well, I don't think you have to for the last one.
Oh, that's
I'm not
true.
sure actually. Okay, so then I'm just gonna comment this out too.
Hmm.
This one I'm gonna just delete.
Yep.
Okay, let's see if that blows up. Okay, I think we're missing some styles or something here.
No, looks good. Wow, that's pretty big. Um, that's. Do we style the div? Do you think?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I bet it's the div.
Okay, so presumably they would say in here.
Or do we have to set a height? I bet we have to set a height on swiper config.
Could be. Do they have a config? Slides per view? We never set that. We don't want scroll bars either.
Right.
Okay. Actually, mouse wheel and keyboard could be cool.
Sure.
Okay, I think we're still missing something. Probably some styles.
If I remember right, though, for vertical you have to set a height because otherwise it doesn't know
Okay.
how tall to make it. But maybe I'm wrong.
Swiper wrapper. Okay, here's a swiper slide. The height is 228 pixels.
Yeah, so Swiper decided that.
Okay.
And I don't even know where it got 228 from.
Oopsies. Let me do it on here.
I don't think that's going to work though, because the specific style overrides it.
What do you mean?
So, like, because
Oh, for
they
each of
have,
these, I see. Okay.
yeah, so that takes precedence
Right.
over.
Okay. And setting the height doesn't really do it because they're all still showing. Shouldn't the height of the container be like 28 and then, or not 28, but some smaller number and then it have overflow hidden or something? So swiper wrapper maybe should have a height.
Maybe.
Does it
There we go.
say?
There's a wave to people. No. You looking for the tablet?
The new tablet.
The new tablet. I don't think I have it here.
What? Can you just use your tablet?
Sorry.
It's okay.
Got it.
Okay.
All right. Close the door.
Okay.
So we have here vertical container, swiper. Okay, so here's the slides.
Okay.
It
But
seems
now
like
these
there's
slides
some
are
extra.
horizontal,
Oh,
right?
sure.
Okay.
I don't know
Well,
if
it's
that
still
will
the same
change
thing.
anything. Yeah.
No. Okay.
FX flex fill.
Hmm.
It seems
What's
like there's a
that?
lot of other styles that make it display like this.
Yeah.
So I don't know what exactly Swiper gives us out of the box. So here's a Swiper slide. They just said a color and a background.
Mm-hmm.
Swiper container is position absolute. Huh. So Swiper container, is that what it's called? Swiper container is right there. So that's on the Swiper itself.
Okay. Do any of these have like an overflow hidden?
The only overflow that I see is auto for content container. And I don't even see any sliders. Not sliders, but whatchamacallits? These guys. Okay, I'm kind of
So are you thinking we shouldn't use Swiper?
No, I'm sure we can. We just have to figure it
Okay.
out. I feel like maybe we should oh Jesus, they're huge now.
That's huge. Like
2,538 pixels. Where does that
why
come
did
from? Is it because I
I
full
don't know.
screened? Is it like a percentage of?
Looks like it is. But I mean, you had like 200 pixels before.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, so if we this div. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. Okay. So this div is display flex with space between. What is inside of here?
Right. That is for the individual fields.
Okay. Right.
Because we wanted the hours, minutes, and yeah.
Right. Okay. Then this div is the swiper container. Interestingly enough, it has the class swiper container, but in their example, the swiper itself had the class swiper container. I don't know if that means anything.
Well, so it actually set the class on the swiper, right?
I don't know.
So yeah, it did.
Okay.
So if we do the same, okay, so what is FX flex?
I don't know.
Is
Is
that
that something in their code, or is that a different component somewhere? Or is that like a common thing? I've never run across it.
neither have I. I don't see it as like a dependency.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's something that let's Google that. So it looks like it is part of Angular.
Okay.
But I don't understand why you'd want to use that over just your normal, like straight up CSS styles.
Hmm. Is the problem that this container is too big?
Um, I don't. I think it just grows with the content. So I
So
mean, maybe
swiper,
do we need to set a height on time container?
maybe.
Is that what they do?
Oh, yep, I think that's what it was. Okay, so if I give it a reasonable height of like 30 pixels, then okay, let me there we go. That's more reasonable.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and I can use my mouse wheel. That's kind of cool. Although the direction of the mouse wheel is opposite of what I would have expected. Is that true? No, I guess it's not.
So if you're scrolling down, it goes to the higher one.
Uh, if I scroll down, it goes up. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. The more I do it, the more I think it's not the opposite, but
Hmm.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Like I know on Mac it's reverse,
Yeah.
right? I feel like it's reversed.
Okay. Well, I wonder if there's an option to switch it. I guess it's not opposite. I don't know.
Yeah.
The more I
It
do it,
could
the more
also
it
be
seems.
it could be based on uh, the configuration of your operating system too.
Could be. Okay, so theoretically we should be able to throw this. Oopsies. Dang it. We should be able to copy this bad boy.
Yep. We should try styling it too.
Sure.
So I'm thinking that uh, we could maybe make it a little taller
Okay.
so we can fit 3 values. So then you see the selected one in the middle, and then
Oh, okay. Yeah. I like that.
we could even do like a an alpha gradient as well.
Okay. All right. So AM PM. What did we do here? So this is change time event AM PM. And the values are these. Um, I guess that's it. There's no drop down.
Yep.
Okay, what does that look like?
The AMPM is going to need a little bit of work.
Will it?
Well, I guess to actually save it, it will.
Okay. Now when I do this, it feels backwards again. Okay.
So, yeah, I'm just going to say this once. I don't know that we can make it perfect, but I think if for the minutes, because there's so many of them, if I want to go to 59,
that should be a
then
drop down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe we could make it go all the way around,
True.
like loop around, and that would help mitigate that.
You can go faster if you use the mouse wheel. Maybe
Okay.
maybe it makes sense to have it be a drop down for desktop, and then
Maybe. I like going with this approach. I think
Okay.
this is fine.
Okay.
We don't have to make it too perfect,
Yeah. All right, let's give these things a smaller width because they're pretty spaced
Really?
out here. Yeah. They're like an inch apart, 2 inches even. Inch
Oh,
and a half.
that's true. But we do want it to be a little big, I think. And I kind
You
of
want
think
the
that we
font
should
size bigger?
I think we should,
Okay.
yeah. Like maybe make it 1.5 REM.
Okay.
I just totally pulled out of thin air. That actually looks good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Oopsies. Okay, and we wanted to make these show 3 at a time, right? So
Yep.
okay. Does it just do it? Do I have to? I probably have to make it taller, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So this guy, 90 pixels.
But now if we do 3 slides per view, then it's gonna change. We can't choose 3 at that point because the selected one should be in the middle always.
Yeah. How do you select the
So
first one?
right.
Okay.
And I think that could be. We just need to figure out how to make it loop around, and
Isn't
then
there
that's
some way
fine.
that you can make it like angled so that it like the first one is flat and then the top one is like angled back and the bottom one is angled back as well, but in the opposite direction?
I am
So it
not
looks more
following
like a
you.
circular roller instead of
Yeah, that I don't know how to do. Like, I don't know if there is a way to do that with Swiper.
okay.
If there is, great.
Cube effects. What are cube effects?
Yeah, because I was thinking of just doing that with CSS
Okay.
with the alpha gradient, but
It'd be
if it already
nice if this
supports it.
showed you what each of these was, right?
Well, yeah, I think if you go to swiper.js demos, it does.
Is it slash demos?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 3D cube effect. Nope. Close though. Let's go to the top. Oh, vertical. Aha.
So what was the centered slides?
This?
Yeah, I think that's what we want for the numbers.
What do you mean?
Well, so you can
Oh, choose the first one?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Centered
Centered
slides,
slides.
true.
Okay.
There's also space between.
Yeah. I'm not sure if we need that or not.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. So you can select the first one. Okay.
All right, so then, and do we want it to loop too?
Probably, yeah.
So I think we just need to do loop is true.
Okay.
What is grab cursor?
It's the grabby cursor.
Oh, okay.
Like that.
Doesn't loop though.
Oh, you're right. Is it? We gotta also
Oh,
turn on
there's,
the no select.
yeah.
Do you remember what that is?
Isn't it
Textual
user
lexicon.
dash select? I think it's user select.
Yeah.
So this is saying looped true, and then looped slides is the number of slides.
Okay. I gotta do user select for the entire thing.
Oh, okay.
Matt dialog content. Is there a non? I guess I could just throw a div around this whole thing.
Could just put it in styles, CSS.
Yeah, but I don't
Although
want
that
that
would,
for the
yeah,
entire app.
right. Hmm. And you could actually look at the class instead of doing a div there.
Oh, I could just do.
So like in styles CSS, you should be able to override or apply a style
Oh,
to a
for that
class.
whole component, you mean?
Yeah,
That's true. Meh. I I don't feel like a div probably doesn't hurt.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Okay. Oh, and I can still select in here, which is good.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. All right. And then what were you saying about the loop?
Well, okay, so I'm looking at a different example, and it says loop true should be all you need.
Huh. Okay.
So can I see the source code? Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at, loop mode.
What the hell? Did I spell loop
Yeah.
wrong? Loop true.
Hmm. Unless it doesn't work with
Or
some of the other
multiple,
settings. Oh,
multiple.
that could be too.
Oh, we have multiple sites per group. Maybe that's
Oh,
different. Aha, loop fill group with blank. Probably.
there's also slides per group.
Oh, that's what we need. I remember that. I actually have done this before.
Oh,
Now it's coming back to me.
all right.
Unless I'm wrong, then I don't know what I'm talking
Yeah, I think you're wrong.
about. Okay.
You had me there.
Yep. All right. Is it the fill with blank thing? I don't need this anymore. Or this one. Or this one.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, maybe we don't worry about it for now.
Sure.
So I feel like there's bigger things or bigger issues to fix first.
Okay.
Like for instance, how do we style it to look like a dial?
Okay. So index. So if value. I mean, I still think you can do index. What is current and PM? it's this. I see. Okay. So in our thing, AM was first. Selector was
I think so.
first.
Yeah.
So if current AM PM is 0 and 1, I think that's right.
Okay. Seems reasonable.
All right, so this is 9:10 a.m. until 10:10 a.m. This is actually not super easy to use. This is worse than the drop downs.
Is it?
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's cooler.
So theoretically, is there like a refresh? How do I execute again? Find.
I think it's time to install Robo 3T.
Okay, so this is in. Can I view it in like local time zone?
I don't think so.
Okay, but I just subtract 6, right? I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this is
9:10.
9:10 to 10:10.
Yep. So that
Okay.
worked.
So let me try PM.
Wait a second.
Oh. Oh.
Right, we never set the initial value.
Yeah. So how do we do that?
I think in the config.
Oh.
Or no, you pass in index. Right. Remember that property?
Right. Okay. Banana in a box.
No. No. We don't want that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because we already have index change.
Okay. So we just want the box.
Yes.
Okay. So now we need to keep track of
I think we just want the initial hour. Right. Because that's how we're setting.
I guess so.
So then it would be how do
It's
we do
just
it?
whatever the hour is, find it in here.
Okay. Yeah.
Or I mean, we could also like
Cheat and
just like subtract 1 or whatever, or add 1
yeah.
or whatever.
Although we also have to consider AM PM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay. Well,
Oh well.
initial minute index is really. Should we bother doing the same logic, or do we just say it's the number of minutes?
I kind of like the consistency, but at this point, I'm fine with anything.
I think we should just do the math instead of finding it in the array. That's kind of weird.
Okay.
I guess we still have to save it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you want to do it in the template, but that might be. Well, actually, can we? Because we do have the date.
Could.
So then it would just be
Oh,
date.
get minute or whatever. Get
Yeah.
hour.
Mhm.
Although is there get hour, but ignore?
I think you can format it, maybe.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
.js get AM PM hour.
I guess it's probably yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it's just, I think we just do a dot format on it. So you do like date dot format HH, or in this case, it's actually, would it be HH?
Or HH.
Well, we're looking at the index, right? So we don't.
Wait, what is this thing called? Not minute. It's
Moment. I don't know that we want format.
because that's a string. We want the number of hours.
Well, no, we want the index into the number of hours.
Well, right. We
So,
might have to do
okay.
some math to subtract 1 or whatever.
Yeah, so we do get hours mod 12 minus 1. I think that's what we want.
Okay. Get hour. Get hours. Gets or sets the hour. So moment.hour, what does that give us? Oh, it's from
Okay.
0 to 23.
Mhm.
Right. So you're saying, okay. Um, so we get the hour mod 12 plus 1.
Actually, can we do that? Because if it's 0, then we mod 12, it's going to be 0 minus 1. Now it's negative 1. And it should be 12.
I think we add 1.
But if it's 0, midnight, then it would be 1 p.m. or 1 a.m.
Oh. In our...
Do we
Oh,
mod
did we
11?
subtract 1 from this? Why do we have 1 to 12? Shouldn't it be...
No.
Right. Because 12 is midnight. So we
Right.
need to... If it's going to be 0, it has to be 12.
Right.
I feel like we shouldn't be having this much trouble.
Right.
um,
Well, okay, so what if we just format it like we were thinking,
mhm.
but we just do a single h, like lowercase h, and then JavaScript should evaluate it to a number?
Let's see what happens.
Get rid of the beginning paren?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So I think that would work.
Or what if we
And
just
then,
do this? Oops.
okay. Yeah, and then for the minutes, I think it's just dot minute.
Okay.
Yeah, so that looks like it worked. 10, 11. Oh, do we have to subtract 1?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, we have to. Because it said that it was hour 9 and hour 10, and we saw hour 10, hour 11.
Okay, so the actual time is hour 1
Yep, and hour 10.
and hour 10.
And it's 2 and 11.
Okay. So in here,
Right, which that makes sense. Because, I mean, if we had 1 a.m., that should be index 0.
right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. Okay.
So if we put 12, it looks really goofy when it doesn't line
It
up like that.
does. It does. It's,
Okay, 12.
okay.
Okay.
I think we made it worse.
Yeah, I think so too.
But hey,
If we could
yeah.
see the first and last one as grayed out or something.
Yeah, I think we'll be able to get there.
Yeah. Okay. So let's apply this to all of them.
Yeah, I think this we could just get the minutes.
Okay. Just like that.
That probably works. I was thinking date that minute, but
Is this... All right, we should have 12:10 and 1:10. 12:10, 1:10, nice. Okay. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock.
Cool.
Nice. Okay. And then this one should be.
So this, I think we can't use format. We have to get the hour. And then if it's less than 12, it's 0.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. You said we can't format?
No.
Why?
Because we need to know if, like, we have to provide 0, right?
Can't we just do that?
No, because it could still be 12 midnight. So
Oh.
you could do format HH,
Right.
but then
What does the format
yes.
HH look like?
Actually, I think we want capital HH because then that's the 24-hour format.
Okay.
And so if you did little h, then the format would have been 0, 1 for 1 a.m.
Okay. I see. Okay. So that should work, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this this is like so hard to read.
It is. I think if we can figure out how to get the gradient in there, it'll make it a little easier.
Uh-huh.
And we could probably even put in like an arrow on the left or something to kind of indicate that, hey, this is the selected hour.
Oh, see, this thinks it's a string.
Well, it is a string. Format is a string.
So why does it work here?
Because this is straight up JavaScript. And JavaScript doesn't
Okay.
care. TypeScript
Okay.
does.
Okay. Is there not a number.parse? Parse int. Okay. Is there a better way to do this?
I think you just do number, don't you?
I don't know.
Without %.
Oh, okay.
Get rid of the dot.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so we got 12 p.m. and 1 a.m. 12 p.m., 1 a.m. Okay.
Cool.
Sanity check here, 12:24. Whatever. Okay. 12:24 p.m. 7:14 a.m. Okay, that's beautiful. That's impossible to read.
It is.
If we could get it to loop, that would help, because then it wouldn't be like weirdly 2 and 3 things.
Well, but then we're going to see like AM, PM, AM, right?
Yeah, but then at least I feel like that's a better indicator of which is the center. Because I don't know if like I should be lining
yeah.
up with the you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so maybe we could do that.
Okay. So while you do that, I'm going to see if there's any like dial styles for a swiper.
Dial styles?
Well, I call it dial style. That's a weird name, but like where it looks like it's a rotational dial. It's like,
Oh, okay, okay. So maybe you want to do something like this. Slides preview auto, centered slides, grab cursor.
oh, you're thinking for like the cube
Like
effect?
something like this. I wonder how that would
Oh.
look with numbers. Might be pretty trippy.
Yeah.
Alright, maybe not that one. This is kind of cool though.
Yeah. Could do that too.
Alright. Parallax. Oh, that's kind of cool.
What's the parallax?
This.
Oh. Hmm.
Zoom. I feel like if
So
I mess with this, I could maybe get it to do.
that's actually not that bad. Like I
Yeah.
kind of like how it does that, but why is there the gray gradient?
That's the shadow, I think. Um,
Oh, huh.
or I'm not sure. Maybe because it's like flipping it. I think it
Yeah.
does add a slight shadow. So when this one here overlaps
Mhm.
this, I think it darkens that edge. I could be wrong. No, I think that's what
Mm.
it's doing. It's either the overlapping or just the fact that this is like going away,
Yeah.
kind of. It darkens. So if I mess with the values here, maybe so rotate 50. What if I make that a 20?
What is the slide shadows true?
I don't know.
Maybe make it false.
Okay. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There's no shadows now. Okay.
That's not bad.
It does add a little bit of jankiness. I think because there's like like a flipping animation that's like not really happening. It's definitely not smooth
Oh,
anymore.
yeah.
Um, so what does depth of 50 do?
Huh. All right.
You know what might actually look good is if we just take the selected one and we just like make it bigger or something.
We could do that too.
Oh, weird. Look at this. When I change, oh, it stopped doing it. Yeah, look, it's moving AM and PM while I do this.
That is weird. So, how many uh, how many slides are actually visible? Is it
3?
3? Is it 5?
It's 3.
So I think it's more than 3.
What do you mean?
Because like if you go up just slightly, you see 4, right? You have 9, 10, 11, 12 now.
You can't see
See,
3. You can't see 4 full ones. I see 2 full and 2 halves.
right? But according to the DOM, how many are actually in the
Oh,
DOM?
okay. I don't know.
Because I'm
At
thinking what
least
we could
4.
do is we could use CSS styles to like if because you were saying that it's kind of janky,
Yeah.
so we could get rid of that cube effect, but then we could just say for
Hmm.
the nth child,
Well,
like the first and the
there's
third.
a swiper slide active on the active one,
Okay,
so we could just style that.
okay, but no, I mean I was thinking that we get rid of the cube effect,
Okay.
but we for like the first and the third in that list, we just kind of rotate it using
So
their
we like do it
styles.
ourselves essentially.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay. So if I look at this,
Although that might not work. I don't know.
no, they're all there. They
Oh,
just don't
okay.
have a. They don't have swiper slide previous and next. We could style
Mhm.
previous and next.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So if we give this
Oh, so we could just make it smaller.
translate 3D, I don't know how to
Okay.
do this.
Yeah, neither do I.
um,
I think you could maybe just make it smaller. Okay.
okay, so I don't want to move the. This is apparently the x-axis,
And that's probably the Y.
y-axis.
So we want the Z. Although Z would
I
is
don't
it
think translate 3Ds. Oh, I don't think translate
I think we
3Ds.
want like some kind of rotate instead of
I think what
transform.
we want to do is turn this back on and then see what they did and do something similar.
I think it's rotate 3D.
Okay. Yeah, they
Yeah.
did rotate X. So they gave it interesting. So they gave them a negative multiple of 10 of I guess the z index or whatever this is. and then
Yeah.
they rotate the X. Okay.
Well, let's just try rotate X first.
Sure.
And yeah. I still suspect it's not going to look the way we want.
Yeah, probably. Okay, so transform, rotate X 45 degrees.
Yeah, that's not bad. That seems fine.
Yeah, that actually looks really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do that then. So all the
So
swiper slide previous gets that. Then you have to do that ng deep, right?
maybe. I don't know. How do you do that?
So it's just double colon ng dash deep.
Okay.
So that forces
Like nested
this
child
style.
components to.
Yep, exactly.
I'm actually not positive that you have to do that.
You can take it out.
Okay. Nice. Okay, so that looks pretty good. It's maybe a little too subtle.
I think it's
Let's do the other one.
yeah,
See how
and
that
then
looks.
let's rotate it too, like move the dial up and down.
Okay.
I bet it's gonna look bad.
Oopsies, rotate X. Oh. 45 degrees there as well seems to have worked.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
I would have
I mean,
expected
it's-
like negative 45 or something.
yeah, but it looks the same.
Oh, I guess I don't know anything about this. So
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
So actually what we want to do is this.
sure.
Oops. Okay.
And it's really just kind of happenstance that it looks that way. Yeah, see it
Oh,
applies it.
it doesn't get the style until it's done rotating.
Yeah, yep.
Okay. I don't know if there's anything we can do about that.
I don't think there is.
That's too bad.
Yeah, so I mean, we could. Um, so what I'm thinking is on the container
Mm-hmm.
that contains the whole swiper. So it'd be what time container?
Yeah.
Is it time container? No. So around each of those swipers, we'd have to have another container, and then that container would have to have like a style that has um, an alpha gradient, or I guess it'd be like a gray gradient that also has an alpha on it, or maybe yeah, it should have an alpha on it. I don't know if that makes any sense.
No.
So basically, it would look like there's a shadow at the top and the bottom,
Oh,
and
okay.
then it would like quickly transition into like a clear view to the numbers below. So basically, it just looks like it's kind of rotating around, like there's a shadow on top and bottom. That's all.
Okay. I see. Okay. That makes sense.
So then we can get rid of this transform and
Okay. Okay. So basically you're saying on top
so wrap all
of
the okay.
this guy, we would have two divs that are positioned absolute, one right at the top and one at the bottom, and then those
I,
have like a
I
gradient.
don't think we need that.
No?
I don't think we need that. No, I think we just need to wrap swiper with a div. So let's just do one of them
Okay,
just to
so
start with. Although I wonder if we could even add a class to swiper and then just use that.
maybe. Or we could just do it on swiper.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point too. Okay, so for this, let's just try doing border 1 pixel solid black to start with.
Okay.
Let's just make sure that this works. Okay.
Okay.
So I think the widths are different, so we will have to add widths maybe. And I think we might also want some padding in there too.
Okay.
But let's do the gradient.
Right.
So for this, let's do background. I'm trying to remember how to do gradients, background, gradient. So background,
Color.
actually it looks like it's a background dash image. And so then it's a linear dash gradient. And then we want to say the first parameter is the direction. So we could use an angle, I guess. So do 180 deg.
Okay.
Okay, so then it's the from in 2, but I know that there's a way to do.
Are they colors?
I think you can specify RGBA.
Okay.
So, and I know that you can do percentages too.
Like that? Like all separate parameters, or is it just like RGBA?
So you can do, yeah, exactly, RGBA, and then it takes red, green, blue, alpha. So, but then you can also specify percentages.
So we want to go from white opaque to black transparent, I'm guessing?
No, I think what we want to do is we want to go from like black opaque
To black transparent.
to white transparent
Oh,
very quickly.
okay.
So we would have like 10%. So like, okay, so the black opaque would be at 0%. And then at like 5 or 10% would be the white transparent. So I think you do the color space, then the percent. So do, this is black
Okay.
transparent, black opaque. So that's 0%. Then the next one is 255. I think you have those reversed. I think it should be RGBA 0000,
Okay.
and then 255, 255. And I think it's going to be 255.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think so. It's not valid anymore?
Really?
I thought A was just 0 to 1.
Oh, you could be. Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so now you do this, the same values, so RGB 255
Okay.
to 95%. And then you do the RGBA 000
Jeez.
to 100%.
Oh, I see. Okay, so the entire thing is a gradient, but we're saying
Yes.
like this little bit is a gradient, and then this little bit is like the reverse gradient. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're
Okay.
making it completely transparent from 5 to 95%.
I see.
And then the outer edges are,
Wow. I've never
yeah.
seen a CSS property or whatever that big. It's a big boy.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what that looks like.
Yeah, so it didn't do anything. What the? Okay, yeah, let's take a look.
Did the swiper selector not work?
Uh,
Oh, that's the whole thing, right? That's this whole thing. So background image,
yeah.
linear gradient. So it's black but transparent for the first 5%.
Okay, so let's maybe make it, instead of 5%, let's maybe make it, 25%.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's make it
Yeah,
instead of oh, it's somehow it turned this into a -1. Well, it's like changing stuff. RGBA, this turned into a -1.
yeah, make it 0.
And then it turned this into -1%.
Yeah, I think because you're using up and down.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let's make
Okay.
it not transparent and just see what it looks like. There we go. Okay, so it is doing it, but I think
Okay, well then let's maybe not make it transparent. I mean, that seems fine, actually. But it doesn't. Yeah.
It's like it's too dark. I think we don't want to start with black.
Okay, let's maybe make it, 128? It's like half.
And then we want it to go. Start there, 138. Oh, you said 128, whatever. Yeah, 120, 126.
Sure.
Okay. Oh, shit. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And then. Okay.
Yep.
And then we want it to
Yeah.
extend further up, right? So instead of 25%, let's go.
Actually, I think 25% is not that bad.
Really?
I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's.
Like,
I kind of like 33%, so it splits the whole thing into
okay,
just thirds.
sure, that's fine. Yeah, I like that.
Oh, that actually looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we just need more padding.
Okay. So let me copy this.
Mhm.
Beast here. Dang it. Is that right?
Oh wow, I did not realize it's 8:07.
Oh. Do we need to call it?
Let's get this looking
Okay.
decent. I think we're almost done anyway.
All right. So what happened here? It doesn't like some. Oh, I've got an extra this thing.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Nice.
Let's add maybe some padding left and right.
Okay. We're gonna have to also fix this somehow. It's like it's changing stuff here.
Okay.
Oh, it's because it's changing the hour. Is that right?
Oh yeah.
When we change
Yeah.
the hour when it's less than 12.
Yeah. So I bet because you fly
Oh.
past 12, it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. All right. So we want some padding on here.
That should be less than or equal to 12, by the way.
Okay. Yeah.
I think.
Nice.
No, maybe not. I think it should be PM or AM. Well, yeah, it's
I
fine.
don't know. We can fix it
Okay.
later.
Yeah.
So want some something like that, just like 10 pixels.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Nice. That looks better.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's still too dark.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. We could lighten it. Maybe make it 192.
Okay. Is that darker or lighter?
That's lighter. I think that's too light.
Yeah.
Could try 144. It seems like I'm coming up with random numbers, but I'm not. They're
We're
like
on multiples of 12.
Yeah, I guess they are.
That
I
looks
was gonna
pretty
say
good.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. Oh, what?
Oops.
Oh,
You
because it
did do
searched the
replace
selection.
all. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
Cool.
Cool. Alrighty.
So it could be nice to have like a little arrow notch on the side there
Oh yeah.
to like point right at what's selected.
Sure.
But that's something that we could tackle next time.
Yeah, and I really would like it to loop.
Yeah, me too. But I think this is a lot better than what we started with. Okay, defect. You're hitting the keyboard, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet.
Oh well.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we made some good progress today. We definitely have more to go.
Yeah.
Cool.
For sure.
So
Yep. So next time we're gonna try to maybe finish up the swiper dial.
Yep.
Like the styles.
and then we'll
Okay.
plug it in. We'll plug in changing the date as well.
Yeah, perfect.
All right. So
Okay.
next time, probably next Monday, 7 p.m. We'll see.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. See y'all next time.